Hi, I'm Chris and we're taking a look at this year's PSAT. We're in section 4 of the math. We're taking a look at question number 25. And this question, it's a lengthy word problem. I put the highlights up here. If you want to read the entire thing, please follow along in your test booklets, which were sent back to you last week. But basically what this question says is that we've got a package to ship and it's 23 pounds. $4.90 is the cost for the first 3 pounds. We're going to be spending $13.90 total to ship this package, and the missing piece of information that the question is asking for is what is that cost per additional pound? We're paying $4.90 for the first 3 pounds, but then there's an extra charge per pound after that, and we need to find out what that cost is that gets us to our total of $13.90. So with this question, this is a formula you should absolutely write down. It's something that will show up guaranteed on your PSAT or SAT when the time comes. And you'll definitely see a math question that touches on this idea. Something about fixed cost versus variable cost. So your total cost is going to be equal to whatever that fixed cost is, which is the amount that you have to pay up front no matter what. Something like, for example, if you have a phone plan, you maybe spend a certain amount per month always, regardless of how much you use the phone. And then there might be an extra charge per text or, for the amount of data usage or something like that. But that fixed cost is the amount you pay up front no matter what. And then beyond that, there's going to be this additional variable cost. And the variable cost is going to be what you pay per item beyond that fixed amount. So we're going to use this and we're going to apply these numbers to this general formula, and I'm going to show you the most important step in applying this formula because it's usually where students end up missing these kinds of questions. Is there's a very subtle step, and if we can make sure we get that part down, we're going to be good on these types of questions come SAT time. So let's take a look. The total cost we already said was $13.90, so we're going to fill that in. We have for our total cost, I'm going to move it over here so I have a little room, but it's $13.90 is going to be equal to, so our fixed cost, we're paying $4.90 for those first 3 pounds no matter what. So we have to pay $4.90. That covers the first 3 pounds. Now here's where we need to make sure that we're careful. The additional cost, for right now we can call it X. We don't know what that additional cost per pound is. But here's what's really important, and I'm going to write it out the long way and then simplify it. Whatever that cost per pound is, as our additional cost, it doesn't include those first 3 pounds. We've already paid for those. So even though the total weight of our package that we're shipping is 23 pounds, we've already paid for 3 of those pounds, so we only have to pay for 20 more. And that's the key part here, is that in this step, most people just plug the number in times the variable, and they forget to subtract the amount that they've already paid for. Which is a good thing, right? If you're thinking about saving costs, when we go to ship the package, we don't want to pay twice for this same 3 pounds. So we've already paid for those 3 pounds. We're going to subtract that from our total. So it's a 23-pound package, but minus the 3 we've already paid for is the key part there. And then when we go to solve, we can simplify and solve with a little algebra. $13.90 is equal to $4.90 plus 20x, subtract $4.90. Gives you $9 is equal to 20x. Divide both sides by 20, and this comes out to be 0.45 is equal to x. I'll add in that dollar sign since that's what we're talking about here. The cost per additional pound will be 45 cents or $0.45. But what's really important to make sure that we do, I'm even going to circle it in red because it's the #1 most forgotten thing on these kinds of questions. Don't forget to subtract the amount that you've already paid for. Our fixed cost already covered those 3 pounds. So we want to make sure that we acknowledge in our calculation that those 3 pounds have already been paid for. For more, please feel free to take a look at our other videos, and thanks for watching.